Lifers Podcast. Get with it or get forgotten.
Welcome back, all you lifers. Before we get started, make sure to go ahead and subscribe, like, review, comment. We are on all major podcast platforms. We also have a YouTube, a Twitter, and an Instagram.
Not to mention, if you want to find all of our media in one place, it is theliferspodcast.com, where you can also find our link to our Patreon page. Thank you ahead of time for the support. We truly appreciate it. And not to mention, in regards to support, check out our merch. You get 10% discount with the code Coaches Corner, all capitalized. 10% discount with the code Coaches Corner. Thank you so much. And, of course, get with it
Or get forgotten.
Hey, yo.
Lifers, it's that time again. Welcome to the Lifers Podcast Network. This is Coach X, and today we will be discussing Major League Soccer is back, baby. That's right. Today, July 8th, 8 p.m. on ESPN, we got Inter Miami versus Orlando City Soccer Club. I am a huge lifer of most sports, definitely soccer, football. We all know I'm from Miami. I like to rep my Miami teams. I love Orlando City Soccer Club. This is a perfect storm, ladies and gentlemen. The beginning of something beautiful, a great rivalry, hopefully. I want to quickly discuss a background of both teams, some of their players, some the things going around these clubs. I'd also like to discuss some things going on with MLS. There hasn't been an MLS match for about 4 months due to the COVID pandemic. First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you to everyone involved who's working hard to maintain everything safe, healthy, all these protocols. Look, here in Orlando, we have these sports bubbles, and we have the Women's Soccer League already battling it out. We have the NBA on its way. We have the WNBA getting prepared. MLS will begin. The basketball tournament, I believe, is being hosted in Ohio or in Chicago, but all eyes are on us. We need to maintain everything safe. I get it. So just thank you to everyone who is just making sure things are going to run smoothly. Hashtag MLS is back tournament. I am excited because the MLS literally began the league this year. They only had 2 games played for each team. They had to cancel the season. They're hosting this tournament. It is the 25th season, and there are 26 clubs. The league is growing, ladies and gentlemen. So they created a tournament-style comeback scenario to involve these teams to go at it in a group format. And it's going to count for their regular season, and they're going to continue on with their season if they're successful in these bubbles. Now, not since 2001, there's been an intra-Florida soccer match. What I mean by that, it's about 19, 20 years ago, there were soccer teams by the name of Miami Fusion and Tampa Bay Mutiny, for all you soccer lifers out there. Football. I'm actually extremely excited and proud that now there are 2 teams here in Florida. The sport is growing. Hopefully we get a great rivalry, some great matches. It's going to be amazing for the state if things get back to normal in these bubbles. And it's the first step. I get it. We have to maintain these people safe while they play, and that is the objective. Now, as far as Orlando City Soccer, they started 5 years ago in 2015, I believe. I went to their inaugural game. Ladies and gentlemen, lifers, this scenario, the scene was insane. Hyped. I'm talking about 40, 50,000. The energy was amazing. They had a legend, Kaká. You know, everyone was just amped. but they haven't been successful at all. They haven't made playoffs. They bring in head coach, first-year head coach, Oscar Pereira from FC Dallas. He has a lot of experience. He can train young. He can get the best out of the veterans. They have some leaders on this Orlando City soccer squad. Nani, we get it. He's almost on Kaká's level. He's played, with the Ronaldos and Messis of the world. Shout out to Dom Dwyer, man. OCSC legend. I think you will bounce back, buddy. I'm rooting for you. They got a lot of other vets, but they also made some changes this year. They brought in Pedro Caisi, who is a phenomenal goal stopper. He is going to make sure he prevents teams from scoring, and it is actually the best player that they have had, in my opinion, at that position in all 5 years. They brought in some other talents like Junior Urso and Andres Perea. These guys are dogs. They started in the first 2 matches that they played before the season was canceled, and they're going to help this team succeed. They're almost there at the cusp with the amount of talent that you see with them on paper. Let's see if they could put it all together. Quick background of Inter Miami. It's their first year, their inaugural season. Shout out David Beckham. We all know who Beckham is, a legend. But he has this vision of beautiful soccer in South Beach, and I am all for it, baby. I'm talking about, we brought in Paul McDonough. He is a front office legend, in my opinion, these last 5 years. He helped Orlando City construct that team, and honestly, their first team was pretty strong on paper. Didn't turn out the way they wanted to. They had to fire Coach Adrian Heath. Shout out to Inchy. Now, Inter Miami, they brought in Diego Alonso. Good coach. He has CONCACAF competitive experience. He is a winner. He has experience with their star player, Rodolfo Pizarro. Man, that boy can ball. I'm telling you, he is, my opinion, still has a ways to go on the national team level in Mexico. And we're going to get to see that in the next few years. And he's going to be on a platform here in Miami where the sky's the limit if things happen the way that they envision to happen. Now, this team, they are constructed and still not completed. When you're with an inaugural season team, an expansion team, things aren't always going to be like Atlanta. Atlanta, their first year, they was rolling. They got a bunch of stars. They packed that Mercedes-Benz Stadium, 60,000, like all the time. But guess what? We brought the guy who helped establish that. He did that in Orlando City. He did it in Atlanta. And Paul McDonough, in my opinion, will be successful in doing that here in Miami. They have a lot of veterans on that team. Luis Robles, he's a good goalkeeper. Now, they play today at 8 p.m., and these two teams, they're going to go at it. They're going to be exhausted. God bless. Hopefully no one gets hurt, but you know how it is when you have such a long layoff in competitive play, and now things are going to be rolling. Inter Miami has guys like Will Trapp, Roman Torres, Victor Ulloa. They're going to have to step up. They got a lot of young guys. They drafted some guys. They got a lot of backups because they're an expansion team. So as far as a prediction, as a lifer, ladies and gentlemen, I would love for Inter Miami to win. I think they're going to get it and surprise everybody. But if you zoom out of the microscope and you align both teams together, one could say that Orlando City has more depth, has more continuity, and Miami are just getting started. Super excited, though. Once again, July 8th, 8 p.m. tonight on ESPN, Inter Miami versus Orlando City Soccer Club. Here on the Lifers podcast, I'm just very proud to be able to speak all sports. Many of you have seen us talk MMA Mondays. Shout out to Coach Kev, who is doing his Fit for Lifers. My coach's corner. We just want to be a diverse group of people who show interest in so many sports. And I love being able to talk shop. I actually coach soccer too, middle school soccer. And it was my first year this year. I think I did well in the sense of, you know, I do a tremendous job of engaging students. So being able to like see things that Orlando City Soccer do or Inter Miami and trying to like, you know, translate it, you know, obviously with fundamentals at the younger ages, but it's a time where we're in this COVID-19 pandemic. And I could say to my basketball players, to my soccer players, look, the WNBA is about to start. MLS is about to start. The Women's Soccer League is about to start. Stay safe. Watch these sports. Watch these women and these men put it on the line, and let's enjoy. Let's be lifers. Let's continue to serve a life sentence in sports, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, I'd like to say thank you. I wanted to keep it short today. I just wanted to give a quick heads up. Once again, Orlando City Soccer versus Inter Miami. I hope y'all have a beautiful July 8th. And if you're not with it, then get out of here.